Hello, hello, and welcome to another mystery tournament race. Today we have Karp versus Downlode playing Winds of Revenge, a paper plane. I don't know much about this one other than it's a paper plane flying game. Um, I don't know much about this one. I know Kryle does, having
Hi,
played it
that's me.
briefly, and yeah, we are joined by Kryle and Decker on the commentary. So
Hello.
I'll hand it over to you two. Take it away.
Right. So, Carl, you've played this for like half an hour, right?
About that time, I wasn't trying to go fast, mind you.
Right. Okay. So what should we expect from
Um, you should
this?
expect the learning of paper plane physics because I don't know how exactly realistic it is, but it feels about right. You know, if
All
you
right. Okay.
if you chuck it like hard enough, it'll just nosedive down eventually.
Right.
Eventually,
So I was gonna say with like paper planes, I would say that my life experience was always quite bad because it's very don't like make the planes properly and then like you throw them and they just kind of go straight down. So my knowledge of paper plane physics not very good.
yeah. Thankfully, in this game, they're pre-made.
Sick. I mean, you don't have to do some origami with your keyboard.
Uh, there's no origami speedruns to be done here, and the countdown's got ticking down, ready to go. So there's the radio. The game doesn't have audio at the start. Cop's done the radio skip.
Wait, there's actually no audio unless you use the radio?
There's like sound effects, but there's
Oh, okay.
you have to start the music to have music.
Right.
So we've got the first plane throw, and the goal is to hit the boss.
Right, and it seems Download's experimenting with what what constitutes as a boss.
Yeah,
Just oh,
turns
here we
out
go.
the guy in sunglasses indoors at night and a top hat is the boss.
The very Karp not quite getting there with it.
It's
Just
like
hitting the keyboard instead.
yeah,
Close.
one of like the main controls as well is that you can tilt the aeroplane with I don't know ESP left and right. So you can see like the plane's curving,
Yeah.
and Download's taking the lead again after losing some time to not doing radio skip.
This I this game is pretty fascinating, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I
So level 3 baseline is undoable. You have to turn on that fan in order to.
I see. So this is when the office fans start getting involved.
Yeah. This is
Okay,
the wins part of Winds of Revenge.
I see. So yeah, as you can see, he's struggling to get that curve around the corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because like
I say
if you
that.
can go like too far tilting as well, you have to
Hmm.
course correct.
Carp's just making the attempts, but not clicked on with the fan just yet. Ooh,
Oh,
there's something satisfying about the top hat just being like knocked off.
oh yeah.
You know?
So now we got downdrafts from the air conditioning in this level called Hang Time. Yeah, putting the
Yeah.
music back on seems like a good idea.
Should have just asked them to put some music on. Carp going a bit closer, getting a really nice redirection from that fan.
I've also made it to Hang Time. Oh, Cops discovered the
Oh,
button that
well, that's
makes the aircon
interesting.
suck air instead.
I'm not going to say anything about the suck.
I've never had an aircon that sucks air before, but it's an aircon that sucks air.
Oh, close. But seems like he's got a pretty good strategy here to just sort of make it float over without too many issues.
In the last draft, into the window. That's unfortunate.
This level is giving both of them a reasonable amount of trouble right now.
Yeah, Download unfortunately hasn't found the aircon switch yet.
So, did you get this far when you were playing it earlier? Or...
I beat the whole game.
Right. So, with this level, did you discover the switch? Like, did you find whether it was possible to do it without, or?
It definitely took me a few tries to find the switch. I was like, oh, this isn't happening.
Karp managed to get it.
Yeah.
Not too
And
bad.
I think this is the hardest level in the game. There's so many moving pieces to it. Got all these radiators, you've got a couple of fans, you've even got like the desk fans as well.
Blimey.
And it's also like a pretty hard shot to make.
Looks like Downlode's currently looking for the switch.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
he's
just
walked
keeps
past
walking
it.
right past it. But clearly seeing that something's up with the level.
Yeah, taking a second look to be like, what's going on here? Like something's wrong right now. Oh, you can turn these fans. I never realized. I was just like, oh, they're fans. You can probably just turn them on and off. I didn't know you could turn the desk fans.
Well, you would expect the desk fans would just stay pointing at the desk, right? That's kind of the point of a desk
You
fan.
expect to be able to move like the other fans, like the standing ones. But those are the ones you can't turn around.
I feel like Karp's intelligence as a teacher is really sort of giving him some nice ingenuity with this. It's like finding the switch quite early, just like poking, seeing what he can mess around with in the stage. Very interesting to see.
So Karp's going for this like, yeah, he's trying to like get the plane going flat so it can like bank upwards to try and clear the sulfur, I think.
I wouldn't say this game has airtight controls in the slightest, from what I know. It's very, what's the term? By the seat of your pants, something like that. I don't know. It's very loose.
Yeah, like some of the movement can be quite finicky. And in this level as well, there's like NPCs who like walk around, and NPCs will take shots. Like, so like if you're on the wrong cycle and your path like goes through where one of the office workers is going, it will mess you up.
I see that being a problem for sure. Do the NPCs reset every time you fail, or?
No, they just keep going, I think.
They just keep going.
Which in a way is a good thing, like, because if like the path you want to take like messes up with a cycle, you don't have to like wait 10 seconds every time you want to take a throw.
And yeah, with Downlode, it's definitely a shame that he's clearly on several occasions kind of noticed there must be something else to this level. You can't just do it without any fan interaction. The fans only point down. Because he's tried this shot a few times, and every time it just not quite enough to get there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do need the switch, but there is some solace for Download, is that like doing this is going to help him master the physics of this game. By trying to do the impossible is going to find out like more things that are possible.
He has tried specifically interacting with the fans as well, so he clearly knows this.
Yeah, it's something up with them.
It's just a shame he's not noticed the switch. But even then, from the looks of things, even if he gets past that one, he's not exactly got the nicest thing lined up afterwards.
No.
Where actually is the boss in this level that Karp's doing? Because is it to the left?
Like, yeah, so it's around that bend, and then it's pretty much a straight shot.
Right. So it's kind of just about getting the curve around there.
Yeah, and like finishing the shot on this level is pretty hard as well.
Yeah, I can see that. Just as you say, we get a nice slam straight into the glass.
Yo, has Download got it?
So,
Download's
yeah,
got the switch?
looks like Download did find the switch in that time. So,
It's the top of the window.
but it's only at this point. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, should only be a few more attempts. Hits the guy in the neck. That's not a plane you want to take.
What, to the neck?
Yeah, that's like a pretty sharp point in that paper plane, and he's getting them all in the neck.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even look like they're hitting him, to be honest. I guess he's just got a bigger hitbox around his head.
Right in the sofa.
Do we know if there's actually other approaches to this stage that you can kind of make? Or is it pretty much you kind of have to get it to curve around that wall? Like, is there another?
Yeah, because you're like locked into like a position. There's like the yellow bounding box. I think that's probably a strategy where you can use that desk fan that Karp's gone back to using. There's probably a viable way to do that. It's just a matter of making the shot.
Right.
Download's also made it over to desk fan hell.
Yeah. So look, I guess we'll see how long he goes before he starts messing around with the piece. Oh. So, okay, so it looks like there actually is another way around that left side. If you can get it down that corridor somehow.
There is like a way to enhance like your curvature. Yeah, Download's doing it. If you do like a wiggle, you can like end up taking a sharper turn. It's gonna turn on the radiator.
Oh.
This might be a good way to do this level.
It's also a very, I would say, interesting one because it's completely different from what we've been seeing from Karp as well.
Yeah, Karp's been basically trying to do like a fan ricochet the whole time. Just missing the radiator, unfortunately.
Yeah, it does look like, with enough like curving to just dodge it.
Oh,
yeah,
that was so close.
100% doable. 100% doable. So we might look at Download taking the lead here with just another couple of tries.
Maybe the practice taking impossible shots has like really worked out in Download's favor.
There
Bam.
we go.
Right between the
Battle
eyes.
down.
Level 6. There's a fan there. That's a booby trap. Yeah, Download clocks onto it straight away.
Turning it off, be safe, for sure. Looks like he's trying to figure out the best way to go about. Oh, did he turn that back on?
I think so. There's something quite sneaky about this level. There's a, you can see it there. There's a very cheeky radiator. It's like somewhat hidden, and you don't really see it unless you're like flying over with the overhead view.
Right. Yeah. It's just tucked away in one of the cubicles.
Download's looking for it, I think.
Just realized that fan is... Oh, there we go.
Oh, was this the shot for Karp? Oh, no, it went just a little bit too high. There's also a secret mechanic with the boss's room as well.
Right.
you can actually open his windows, and they'll like draft in.
And that gives you like another source of airflow to like mess with it, I guess.
Yeah, so I think like if you overshoot, the window will help you like just chuck the plane into the boss. This is the mess.
Oh.
Like this is a mess.
There's no way to get behind that at all. You just
No,
have to fly through and find out.
yeah, that's a hard barrier. Like the holes are only there so you can see what's going on.
Karp still just having a fair few hit the sofa every time he goes for it.
Yeah. I was like locked onto doing this strategy when I was doing it, and like it's a really tight shot. It's hard to do. We'll download threading the needle.
Yeah, it does seem quite tricky because even if you get the height, you then have to like still manage to pull the curve off to stop it from just going straight into glass or what have you.
You have to also like hard like push left whilst the fan is pushing you, and then course correct like as soon as you can. It's got like tight timing on it.
Oh, unfortunately, yeah, just a
Too
bit too
high.
high again.
Oh, hit the fan, but like using that fan, the desk fan to redirect, like I think that's the way with this route.
Download breezing through another stage.
Yep, so here we go. You gotta do a 180-degree turn in this stage, because there's the plane.
Yeah, I feel like the problem here for Karp is he's kind of chosen this strategy which you can see can kind of work, and because
Yeah.
it's like because you can see that it's like doable, right? It feels like feasible to do. He's not messing with it. He's kind of just like, this strategy is gonna work. I just need
Just has to
to,
execute.
yeah. But it definitely feels like there's got to be some slightly easier options. Because there's that many moving parts on the stage, you could almost for sure try all sorts of different things.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
like the
download
expectation is
it.
like I've been given these tools, I should use them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, downloads like kind of zoom in.
Yeah, what his only sticky bit was just the first level you had to like interact with anything. Just because it took him that long to find the switch. Outside of that, he's been cruising it really.
Yeah. Final guiding fan. Like for what it's worth, I think level Karp stuck on is like the hardest level in the game by far. So I definitely had like the most trouble with this one. Can you stick the landing? Download
Yeah.
stuck the landing. Let's go.
Oh, this might be it for Karp. There we go.
Got the hit.
Fortunately, he's quite a way behind now. It's what, like 3-4 levels?
Yeah, 2-3. But here's the surprise. The surprise is that you beat the game earlier than you expected.
Oh shit.
That's the surprise.
Well, GG's for Downlode taking that one. That was abrupt. It's like, oh, cops got through. You know, there's still time. Still time to catch up, but
Didn't know about that radiator though that Karp's using currently. Oh, I don't have permission to chat during the race. I can't tell download that download's finished.
it's finished, yeah. Yeah, it does seem to be quite
You
well
think that'd be
designed
one
for like
more?
options, I think. Like from the last stage onwards, there seems to be like several options of what you can try and do to finish like any level.
Yeah. You got like
Which is
the first
actually
few
really
where
cool.
it's like you're pretty locked in, but then after that, the game opens up like way more than I thought after watching them play the game.
Hello, Downlode, GG's.
Morning.
Hello, hello.
So
That was a game.
Yeah.
That
How'd you find
that
it?
wasn't actually too bad. I thought that was all right. It's fairly low production quality, but
Yeah.
it controls nice.
Yeah, the game was like made in a weekend.
Yeah, I'm not looking at the high. Well, I guess you can see because it's on my stream. I'm not looking at the high scoreboard. Apparently, some guy beat this in 0 planes, and I don't think that's okay.
Definitely a
what
legitimate player.
the name maybe gives it away a little
Well,
bit.
yeah,
So yeah, you seem to like sort of gel with the game quite well outside of the first stage that it kind of asked sort of required you to start messing with stuff.
yeah.
Uh,
So I suspected that I had to turn off the fans, but interacting with the fans didn't do anything. And then I just happened to pass by this, like as I was running past the switch, I was like, "Oh, hang on, this is colored brightly. Maybe this is a
Yeah.
thing." It turns off the fans. Cool. Okay.
yeah,
But like you spent like a lot of time making like impossible shots because you like didn't see the switch for a bit.
Yep.
But I think that like
Yep.
trained you to take harder shots later on in the game.
I think so. Yeah.
So it was like
I liked how it
strategy
was
you
even when like there were a lot of things in play. Once you kind of understand how the plane moves, the path you need to take through the level becomes very obvious.
Yeah.
So by the time I was in the last couple levels, I was like, all right, boss is there, plane is here, so I need this fan, and this fan.
So it's like in
Yeah,
the
it's not
Roomba
bad.
level, you basically just took like a straight shot and didn't use like anything.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Karp like ended up constructing like a Rube Goldberg machine to
How is Karp doing? Where is he now?
Karp's
he
on
just got
the
into the
like last real level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he got stuck for quite a while on that. Was it the fifth, the sixth, something like that? The
Yeah.
first one.
The like Roomba where there's the
Yeah.
NPCs patrolling.
Yeah, so it's the second stage you had to like interact with anything, and there was like fans everywhere and whatnot, and he was like, he spent a long time going for one specific strategy because it's like quite clear that you could make that shot, but he just wasn't quite making it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it sort of flipped back after you'd done the previous level once you'd found the switch. And then kind of just started breezing through. While Karp was just a bit stuck there.
Yeah, once when I was in the room where I hadn't found the switch yet, I was very conscious of like, oh my god, I'm missing something very simple. There's no way I've got this anymore. I was like, okay, I've got 2 levels left. I can bring it back because there was 2 switches left in the elevator.
Right.
And I got here. I'm like, oh no, where's the boss? Can I do something with the cake? Oh, it's the end of the. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the surprise, is that the game ends earlier than you think.
Well, it's like the timing on that as well. You went onto that stage as Karp finally got through the kind of blockade he was having. It's like, oh, he's got past it. There's still looks like there's still a couple levels on the switches, still some time for Karp to catch up. And then
it
you
was
walk
all
in,
over.
click the cake, and it's like, never mind. Maybe not, but such is life.
When I played this game, my reaction was like very similar to yours when you click the cake. It's like, that's it. Is it over? Am I done?
Yeah, I'm always a little bit like, so when we were doing the group round in the first bit, like I came first in the first 2 races, and I was unsure both times if that was actually the end of the game. I was like, hang on, is this really? Was that it? Am I done? Please tell me so I can either keep going or stop playing this.
Like
Karp's
Karp's
just about
just coming
to
up to the end as well.
touch the surprise. Surprise!
There we go. That was a neat little game.
Yeah. I kind of wish there had been 2 more levels.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
If Karp's just gonna join us as well or not. And there we
Think
go.
so.
GG's Karp.
GG's.
What did
How
you
do you
think?
find the game?
A little sad that it took one level to be like me to get stuck on, for me to just lose the entire game, but because the other levels I was speeding through, just that one level.
I also got stuck on one level, but I don't think it was the same one.
Yeah, so the one that Downlode got stuck on Karp was basically the first one, the one before that, where you had to hit the switch on the wall to make the aircon in the roof like pull the air up instead.
I was trying to make tricky shots around the fans because I kept interacting with them and I couldn't turn them off, so I was just like, okay, I guess it's a hard shot. And then on my way back from the desk one time, I saw the switch. Oh no, okay, this was easier than I thought.
Yeah, you both had different approaches, I want to say, to the level that you got stuck on Karp, because you were like slingshotting it with one of the big fans, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Download took it round, I want to say the other side, because there's like a section. Oh no, not round the left. Sorry, it was literally straight up to the edge of the wall and just curving it without the assistance of a fan. So it was like if you got.
Oh, I remember. Okay, I remember the level now. Yeah, the one with you just turn on the heater right after that corner, or what? That's what I did anyway. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Which, like, the advantage I guess there is if you get the initial curve off, you're like straight on towards the boss. You have a heater to sort of boost you a little bit, and it's pretty straight sailing.
Yeah.
Whereas by slingshotting it through the fan, you had to like get the angle across first, and then course correct afterwards because you've just been shot towards another wall.
Yeah.
I did have the thought while I was doing it, like, maybe this is not the intended way to do this, but it's really close. I bet if I give it a couple more shots, I can make it.
There's also a mechanic, if you go into, like, walk into the boss's room, you can open the window behind him. And that sets wind, like, going into the boss's back.
Oh. Why would you want that?
Guide your plane in the last room.
Like, if you overshoot.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
It definitely seems like the kind of game that's very easy to fall into that sort of trap of being like almost getting something, and then you go, well, it was this close that I should keep going because it's probably doable. But it was definitely an interesting game to watch, honestly.
Yeah, it wasn't bad to play either. I mean, compared to some of the other stuff.
Right.
Got off fairly easy this time.
So going forward, Download from this, you'll be playing Majarkin next round, I believe.
Cool.
I know obviously it's a bit weird with like a mystery tournament, so you can't be like, oh, you know, they're like really good at this game or whatever. But like, what are your thoughts on that kind of matchup?
Well, so we were in the same group for the first for the first round, so I already know that, you know, I know I rewatched those streams, so I know what he did for those games in the same situation that I did. And I mean, it sounds incredibly mean to say, and I don't want him to take this the wrong way, but I kind of just hope he resets his game again, because he did that for 2 of those games in that round.
Right.
It's going to be a challenge. He's definitely going to be a challenge.
For sure. Unfortunately, Karp, I don't know. I was about to say this is the end of the road. I think it is. I don't know. I don't know how the bracket works. I've not kept a proper eye on it.
It's double elimination, and this is the losers bracket, so I think that is it.
Yeah.
So
unfortunate.
Commiserations, but at least you got to
It'll,
go out
it'll
on a
happen
game like
on
this.
It'll happen on a quick game where you get stuck on one level for a couple more minutes. That's it.
For sure. Sometimes it's the luck of the draw, I guess, isn't it?
Exactly.
I don't think I've got any more questions. I don't know about you, Kyle.
I think I'm all good here.
Cool.
How's that, Mikey? Alright. GG's. Congrats, Download.
you,
Karp,
thank
I'm
you.
sure we'll see you again for the next one. I hope you all had at least had fun with this as well. Like every person who gets eliminated, I'm like, hopefully people at least enjoyed the games and stuff and enjoyed the tournament. And so far, I think the response has been pretty good. So we'll probably do something like this again at some point. We do have another race happening tomorrow. Let me double check the time on that one. It's at 8 Eastern. 2 p.m. European, so I can't do maths right now. About 17 hours from now. And that'll be Jamie versus Drew, who, you know,
Eternal rivalry.
yeah, we're in the same group, have come up against each other game after game after game, so I'll get the run back of that one. And I will say I've already rolled their game and I'm very excited. So hopefully you'll see people around for that one. For now, we'll go and send everyone over to Alex during a league race against J-Bone. So, as usual, no spoilers for the races or whatever, but go wish him luck, go say hi, and yeah, hopefully I'll see everyone around for tomorrow's match.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.